This is high-speed chess. That's what you're watching.
Dmitry Bivol is no longer an undisputed champion. He has now officially relinquished his WBC title and hopes to fight Artur Beterbiev for a third time, I'm assuming, this year. So what does this mean? A couple things that we need to talk about him. Benavidez is now a 2-division champion. Very cheap way to get the belt, but nonetheless, he will go down in the history books officially a 2-division champion. What could be next for Benavidez? I don't know. I would like Callum Smith. We'll focus on David another day. He didn't deserve the title shot quite yet. Either way, he has 2 fights at 175. One of those fights, the dude was making his second fight. It was his second fight at the division, which was David Morrell. His first fight was Alexander Vazdik, who hadn't fought a 12-rounder in about 6 years. So I don't think he deserved a shot at the title quite yet anyway. But we need to speak on Artur and Dmitry. I feel like as a fan, from an entertainment aspect, I didn't really want to see this trilogy. The first 2 weren't boring, but they were so close. It's like, man, come on. Like, I didn't really want to see a trilogy that much. That's me as a fan. That's me from an entertainment aspect. Now, if you want to talk about the actual principles and morals that should be upheld in this sport by us, the fans, the managers, promoters, and boxers, there should absolutely be an immediate trilogy. An immediate trilogy. When you look at Artur, everything he's done, it's disrespectful and it's not logical to make Artur go back to the drawing board, pick some contenders to fight until he can get a shot back at his undisputed titles. He collected all those titles one by one, from Eric Okoling to Joe Smith Jr. to Alexander Vazdik to Dmitry Bivol. He collected them all one by one, right? And whilst doing so, he was a dominant reigning pound-for-pound fighter, also while cleaning out contenders in the division. He loses one fight to Bivol. Then a lot of people are saying he has to go back to the drawing board. And at the age of 40, where he's at in his career, you might as well retire if you don't get the trilogy immediately. What are you going to fight Bivol at 41 years old? And I get it, Artur's a really great 41, but 41 is 41. We got to be honest. Artur's a really amazing 41. But I just can't bet on a 41-year-old Artur to beat a 34, 35 Dmitry. Those years start adding up when you're putting yourself through these hard, grueling camps that the Artur Beterbiev camp typically partakes in. They start to add up. They start to be a toll on your 41-year-old body. So I'm glad we're getting that immediately. Now, I'm still going Dmitry for a whole nother reason. Maybe I'll make a video on that. But I'm glad we're getting a trilogy nonetheless, as not as a fan, but as somebody who is glad to see there's still some morals here in boxing, that there's still some standards to be set here in boxing. So that's a bit exciting. Now, when it comes to Artur versus Bivol 3, this will be in Saudi. I don't know where, I don't know when, it has not been confirmed, but all the dots, everything that we're seeing, I'm hearing, it connects to this fight being later this year in Saudi Arabia, right? What happens to the winner? They go fight Benavidez, and they go 2-time undisputed, right? Whether it's Bivol, whether it's Beterbiev, they go fight Benavidez. And then Benavidez gets his shot at undisputed, which he will probably get, unfortunately, utterly dominated. And I like David, but these guys are just at 2 different levels at their career. They're just way too polished, way too sharp, way too great, just better, right? But I would like to see some other guys be thrown into this equation to maybe spice it up, make it a bit more interesting. Callum Smith with a great win over Joshua Buatsi. Buatsi, a better fighter than anybody Benavidez has probably ever fought, actually. So Smith versus Benavidez will be a great fight. That'll really give us a gauge on where Benavidez will be compared to Beterbiev and maybe to even Canelo. Callum Smith has fought both of those guys. Stopped by Beterbiev in 2023, 2024. and beaten by Canelo in like 2020. So it'll be a great gauge to see where Benavidez is at on that type of scale. We can kind of measure him on that metric. But outside of that, it's nothing much to talk about. You guys buckle in, get ready for a very long trilogy. This third fight is going to be just as long as the last two were. I feel like as boxing fans, we can't complain about it too much though, because we beg for these fights, right? And we finally get them, and we just got to appreciate that. We always say, why aren't the big fights happening? Where are the big fights? Where are the big fights? Turkey said, here goes 3 big fights. The most 50-50 fight in the history of boxing. I'm going to give it to y'all 3 times, and y'all are going to take it. So we can't complain too much. It's like I said, it's going to be a long trilogy. You guys buckle in. You guys tell me who y'all have in this trilogy. And I hope to see some of you guys in the next video.